Hi guys, and welcome back to Bikes and Laces for the next in our mini vlog series of Let's Rehab. If you are brand new to the channel, then do consider giving us a big thumbs up, as it really helps us out, and make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with all the videos, posts and live streams that we do every single week. This week I want to chat to you about mindset, and I will be putting in some little snippets from when I had a live stream over on Instagram with the wonderful Luke Tyburski. Today I'm chatting about mindset, and the reason I'm talking about that is because this Let's Rehab series is all about rehabilitating after you have had an injury and been told that you cannot do your sport. So my reason for starting this is because I am currently injured and I can't run. Fortunately, I can still cycle, so I can still keep my fitness levels up. However, some people might not have the ability to do that, so it may just be completely rehabilitating. Whenever you get hit by any injury, whether it be big or small, it can have a huge impact on your mindset. So to be told that you can't run for 6 weeks, 6 months, or even maybe longer can be something that can really affect how you are feeling. I had a chat with the wonderful Luke Tyburski all about mindset and different ways you can help yourself, not just in managing with injuries, but also talking about how you can manage your day-to-day life and being a little bit less negative. So I'm wondering, is there any tips you could give people that could help them be a bit more positive, or I know a term you've used before is a little bit less negative?
Yeah, so first I want to put out my definition of mindset, because the word mindset gets thrown around quite a lot. And I call myself a performance mindset coach, and I try and teach people a performance mindset. Now, for me, we all can perform in relation to ourselves. So we're all high performers, right? When we compare ourselves to ourselves, we're all high performers, because if we beat our personal best, then we're performing at a high level. If we achieve more in a day at work than we did the previous day, we're performing at a higher level. So all the answers that all the things I'm going to talk about with you tonight is relatable to athletes and also everyday life, and especially now with the virus. So my definition of mindset is the way that we view, think, and act on a daily basis. View, think, and act. How we view the world, how we think in our heads, and then our behaviors, how we act. So when I talk about mindset, it's how we view, think, and act on a daily basis. So you touched on it there, is that it's not about being always 100% positive, all right, and thinking, right, I've got to be positive because I'm alive. I've got to be positive because I have my health, okay? I've got to be positive because in the UK, we can go out and exercise outside once a day. It's easy to say these things and say, just be more positive. But in reality, it's really hard, okay? I want to go one step even further and say, is it easy, or is it even fallible to say, well, what if a loved one dies? Should I have a positive attitude then? Like, that's really hard to be positive when something like that happens. So you touched on this. It's not necessarily about having a mindset where you're 100% positive all the time. But when negative things, or when less than ideal situations, scenarios, or outcomes arise in our lives, like right now, on a daily basis, can we aim to be 1% less negative? All right? Be less negative. Don't try and be more positive.
Okay, so my next one is a bit about discipline. So where does discipline come into mindset? And do you have any advice on maybe how people could develop or build up discipline, especially whilst they're maybe trying to do like I'm trying to at the moment and keep a structured routine when they don't necessarily have it?
Yeah. First thing, if you want to be disciplined, is identify the fundamentals you need to do to be successful. Break it right down. All right? What does it look like to be successful? What does that mean for you? Know the fundamentals, have a plan, write it down, execute. We can take it a deeper level if you want and add in visualization. Right? You want to be more disciplined? How about you pre-record what you want to do tomorrow in your head? That's going to help with discipline, right? Because your body thinks you've already done it.
Perfect, and ties in really nicely to the last question, actually. So looking at mindset, have you got 2 top tips or things like visualization, spelling about as well as I'm speaking at the minute, that you could suggest for people to help their athletic performance or even just their day-to-day performance? So any other top tips similar to visualization?
Yeah, I think one thing that I like to, these are more like things to think about, right? And this is very powerful, is understanding and accepting that we choose our attitude. No one else is in control of our attitude except for us. Growth comes through discomfort. Growth comes through discomfort. Look at the human body, right? How do you become stronger? How do you get bigger muscles? You literally tear your muscles apart when you lift weights, right? Mm-hmm. So you're tearing your muscles apart. But then what happens? Through discomfort, through working, through tearing the muscles, you treat them well, okay? You understand what you did. They grow, they get stronger, they get bigger. Stop trying to make things easier for yourself and start looking for ways of how you can become better by consciously choosing to do difficult things.
So you've been hit by an injury and things can be really hard. But one of the things I am trying to focus on at the minute is the fact that my physio is not something where I am back on the recovery train. It is my workout. If you have the idea in your head that I can't run, I can't cycle, I can't exercise, then dragging yourself through to do your physio or whatever exercise it is going to be a lot harder. If you turn around and you look at your calendar and you say, my workout session is X, Y, and Z, that's a little bit easier to comprehend in your brain, especially if you're used to doing several workouts during the week. Another thing you can try and do is work with your physiotherapist or GP or whatever specialist it is you have been speaking to and see if there is anything exercise-based you can do to keep the fitness up, even if you can't do your usual sport. So at the minute, I can't do anything that's high impact, so that crosses quite a few off the list. What I can do, however, is I can still cycle, and I kind of anticipate that because I can still cycle, I may still be able to do rowing as and when the gyms start to open up again. So why not have a chat to the professional you've been involved with and see if there are any exercises that you can do so that you can still keep those fitness levels up and maybe keep a little bit of sanity as well. Another really great tool that I would like to share with you is have someone to speak to. This is something that I've found that I really need, especially if I am battling a bit of an injury, and I am no stranger to injury. Now, I tend to find whenever I am injured, my mood will drop. But knowing that I have my husband there, who is the team cyclist, but I also have my coach that I can speak to, makes it a lot easier to manage. Now, this particular time, I sent quite a lengthy message to my coach, all about my worries, how I was concerned that I wasn't going to be able to pick my fitness back up, how I was really enjoying running, and really quite frustrated at the fact that, well, I can't run, and I was getting into a good rhythm with it. But he has been fantastically supportive, and just like any good coach should, he is there to work with me every step of the way. So we adjust the training plan, we communicate with each other regularly, and that means that we can get myself back into running in a safer way. Because as my coach informs me, there is no point trying to reach for those goals if I'm not fit enough and healthy enough to get running in the first place. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little vlog today on mindset. If you do, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Do go and check out some of the other videos and drop us a comment to let us know what you think.